And hello to you. Guess where we are today? Listen carefully. Listen. Yes, we're back in the garden. All right, it's actually a beautiful day today. A bit chilly, so I haven't got my usual shirt on tonight, or today, this afternoon, whatever time it is for you. I have a brand new coat on, which I've purchased in the sales. I'm very pleased about this. My friend Ron, which you've heard about once or twice, he works in a shop. And he gets a bit of a discount. And he said, you've got to come in. We've got some really warm coats in at the moment. Now, do you remember that blue one I've been wearing for quite some time? You'll see it in a lot of the pictures, probably actually, that I use to on the main United Kingdom Talk website, unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Well, it's similar to that. It's like one of those puffer things, and it really is like wearing a quilt. Oh, it's lovely and warm. It's black, and it's got a rather nice lighting, like a purple. Can you see, just a minute now? Let me describe it for you. It's got like a purple tartan lining. Okay, and it really is lovely and thick and warm. And how much do you think this cost? You see, now is the time, if you're in the UK or anywhere else that's about to go into... Oh, I can't get the zip done up now. And it's a good zip, it's a metal zip. Isn't it annoying? You know those plastic zips, they always seem to break, don't they, at the bottom? And you can't get the damn things done up again. I can't get this one done up. Oh, come on, I can't get it in the slot. I'm having trouble getting the zip in the slot. Come on, just force it in and that's it. There we are, do it back up there so it's nice and warm. Yeah, the time to buy winter, thick, expensive winter type things is now. All right, because all these shops are trying to get rid of them now. They know that people aren't going to want these in the summer, so now is the time to get next winter's wardrobe. I know the fashion experts amongst you, is it among or amongst? Among? I don't know. Anyway, the fashion experts among you are probably horrified, absolutely horrified, that I should say go and get next winter's clothes now. Because, of course, you know, if you follow the fashion, dear, then they will, by that time, probably be out. But we don't care here on United Kingdom Talk, boys and girls. We don't care what we look like, as you can see. Sitting here in the garden in a pair of tracksuit bottoms, but more importantly, my nice new black jacket, which it really is. It's like wearing a duvet, like that other blue one I had. You see, I thought it was time to get a new one, because the blue one I've had 12 years. Must have had that coat about 12 years or so, and the bit where the zip is had broken, you know, because that had a plastic zip on it, but it's never malfunctioned. The only thing that broken was the bit of I don't know what you call it. You know, the tag that you use to actually pull the zip up and down. That broke off. So to repair it, dare I tell you this? To actually repair it, I got a piece of garden wire, and I just twisted that round, and I've been using that to do it up and down. Well, my mate Ron, he is a bit of a fashion expert. He was horrified when he saw this. Absolutely horrified. So he made it his thing to find me a new jacket. He said, how much do you want to spend? Now, he's one of these people who doesn't mind spending money on clothes, okay? He won't think anything of spending £150, £200 on a pair of jeans, dear. A pair of jeans. And we've covered this subject time and time again. I, on the other hand, a little bit more frugal. I wouldn't say tight. I do not believe in paying for a name. I really don't. If the item looks nice, you buy it and you wear it. On the other hand, there's a bit of a kind of a fine line to tread, isn't there? Through paying a reasonable amount and a lot. I mean, you've got to pay a reasonable amount for quality things. So there we are. I've ended up with this lovely thick black jacket with mauve or purple tartan lining. How much do you think this was? Okay? How much do you think this was? I mean, it's really thick. I won't need, in the winter, I won't need anything else on other than this jacket. I mean, can you imagine me walking around town naked except for this jacket? Or you're feeling sick? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. How much do you think this was? £62. That's an absolute bargain, that is. £62 for this jacket. Oh, and here comes the cat. Good morning, Katie. Do you come and say hello? Katie, come round here, darling. Where are you? Are you going to meow for us? No, not today. Here you come, darling. Here she is. Cat's come to visit. Katie the cat. Purring away. Listen, listen, listen. Purr, go on, purr. Purr, go on, purr. Can you hear her or not? Come on, do some purring, darling. Huh? She's purring away, Katie, ain't you, darling? Go on, go and catch some mice, darling. Off you go. Unfortunately, all the cat fur, because it's spring now, is coming off at the moment. And every morning I wake up and her whole little bed thing, she's got a pet duvet. And that's, at the moment, completely covered in fur. And I have to keep hoovering that. Poor things, they're losing all their fur, aren't they, eh? Maybe I should just shave it off. Would that be a good idea? Now, actually, along those lines, that would actually link rather nicely into an email we've had here. Let's see if I can find this here. It's not actually for me, it's for Joe from AmericanTalkUSA.com. And here we go. Message for Joe, who's looking at purchasing a dog. But Joe, like me, has a bit of a problem with allergy to pet fur. And Robert, Elf King in Iceland, has written, Chris, I'm not an expert in the field of allergies, but do you think a hairless dog breed would fit the bill for Joe? Now, I didn't actually know there were such things. Apparently, there are hairless dogs. Do you know that? No, I didn't either. I can just feel that sun on the side of my face. No, yeah, I know I look a lot older outside. Have you noticed that? When that sun hits you from above, you do look older than you really are. You know, 32. Pardon? Anyway, if you want to have a look at this, Joe, he's sent me a web link here. This is to look for hairless dogs. There are such things, apparently. It's www.dogbreedinfo. That's DOGBREEDINFO.com. www.dogbreedinfo.com/hairlessbreeds.htm. Alright, why are you digging holes, Katie? Forwards. Oh, here we go. Excuse me. There you are. There's the proof that I'm allergic to Katie. The sneezing starts almost instantaneously, doesn't it? Once again, the website for you there, Joe, if you want to have a look at What's all that noise? Dear me. Birds and squirrels going up and down the trees. This is why I love it in the garden. I mean, if you're watching a show on YouTube, Current TV, Google or Blip, all well and good, fantastic. You can see the flowers and things around me. But even if you're just listening there on the radio at home, you can just hear it. It's beautiful. Listen. Isn't it? Oh, it's just so nice out here. Anyway, once again, that web address is dogbreedinfo.com/hairlessbreeds.htm. Okay? That sort of fitted together quite nicely there, didn't it? Anyway, so that's the news there about my new coat, which I'm wearing. I think I mentioned you in the last show that I've had my hair cut again, yes. Looking butch again. Number 2 on the top, number 1 back and sides. And while I was there, because the lady who works, who owns the hairdresser, she's actually got 3 hairdressers now. And she's one of these people who pleads poverty all the time. Never got any money. Yet she's now got 3 hairdressers. It's just expanding. I mean, her hairdressers are expanding quicker than my waist, and that is saying something. It really is. And she was in there, and she kind of floats between her 3 branches. All the staff are pretty good. I usually have a girl with blonde hair cut my hair now. She's quite nice. Be perfect for any of the straight lads watching. There's a lovely girl. I'll tell you where she works. She works in the Barbers in Priestwood. Okay? That's in Bracknell. Anyone who's any lads around here, now she's 21, so you need to be about 20 to 23. That's okay. We don't want any old people going down there like my age. Okay, we don't know any old people like my age going down there and trying to chat that girl up. Please, don't take the mick. So any straight lads, sort of 20, I would say 20 to 23, if you want to go and chat her up, go down to the barber shop in Priestwood in Bracknell and tell her Chris Reardon sent you. Okay? Well, incidentally, as I quite like this girl, she's a good friend of mine, you will need to email me a photograph of yourself first for approval. You don't just turn up there and expect to go on a date. I need to approve you first. Now, as an email address to the show, my name's Chris Reardon, and a warm welcome along to you. This is United Kingdom Talk. The email address is chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Now, as I'm sitting here, the sun has moved around and is now right in my right eye. And we're not going to be able to cope with that, because as the show goes on further and further, we're going to... oh, isn't it hopeless, isn't it? This is just going to be right in my eye, so I'm going to have to move. Just a minute. I didn't realise that sun was moving so quickly today. I'm just going to move around a little bit. 1 second now, that's it. You won't be able to see the... is that far enough? I don't know if that's going to be far enough. It'll probably creep round again in a minute. Hang on, there we are. That's better. Sorry about that. It's all an ongoing maintenance here, you know that ongoing. That's still, I think that's still going to creep round again, but we'll stay here for now. So what else? Oh yes, so while I was in the hairdressers, Tracy mentioned to me, and we talked about this on the last show, didn't we? That she's got sunbeds at one of her shops, and I said, I won't go on one of those, dear. You know, dreadful things that cause cancer. I will not go on a sunbed. And she said, well, why don't you have some botox done? I said, well, you know, do I really need it? And she said, She didn't kind of answer, really. I don't know. I said, well, how much is that? And she said, £130. £130 to have fluid injected into your face. I don't go along with it. Do you? I wonder if there's anyone who's listening or watching the show who's actually had some of that Botox stuff put in, have you? Huh? Do let us know. chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. When you talk to people who I know have had it, they say you don't feel anything, but I can't believe that. You must feel the needle going in. Is it not like having a flu injection? When you have a flu injection, you don't not notice the needle going in, do you? Or the worst one, of course, is the dentist injection. When he does that injection in your mouth, you don't sort of... And he says, oh, you'll just feel a little prick, he says. And then this enormous thing. Why is that... And that's the other thing. Why is the needle so long for the dentist stuff? And it's this great blooming big thing, isn't it? Oh, it's horrible. Oh, I don't do needles. So she reckons I need a sunbed and Botox. What a cheek. But it's like I said on the last show, if you want a tan, then you go out and you sit in the sunlight, don't you? Eh? Sit in the sunlight and you listen to the birds singing, and you have a cat on your lap if you've got one. At the moment, Katie's got the fur has disappeared from round her collar. Not her collar, sorry, her neck, because I think it was my fault actually. I bought one of those flea collars, and she's actually not had a collar on before, but I bought a reflective flea collar, and within a day or so I did notice she was kind of scratching around there, but I just assumed that she would get used to it, so I left it for a couple of days. But then after a while I noticed the fur had gone thin around her collar, and when I took it out all the fur where the collar had been had disappeared, and she was kind of bald all around her neck. So I will have to assume that she was allergic to the flea collar, which is that an unusual thing? Maybe perhaps Susan, our cat lover and cat looker after her and our cat advisor, will be able to let me know on that one, Susan. Why did all her fur disappear from where the collar was? I don't think she liked it at all. I did notice a little bit of soreness right at the bottom, sort of at the bottom of her neck. Anyway, so I took the collar off and removed it, and the fur does appear to be growing back now, so I'll assume it's all right. Right, what else? Okay, Suko, I have a confession to make. Suko in New York who also does this sort of Broadway review segment on another podcast. Now, the other podcast is matineeshow.co.uk, and every week Suko goes on there and does this Broadway. She talks about all the shows that are going on in Broadway. Do you know what? That sun's moved around already. God. Can we, do you mind if I move right round? Just a second. Oh dear. Talk amongst yourselves for a minute. I'm just going to... Because that sun's moving ever so quick this morning. 1 minute. I'll move my table and all that over here. Right, just a second now. You listen to the birds singing for a while, they're quite nice. So move that there. I hope that'll last till the end of the show now. Are you there? There we are. That's better. Only thing is, of course, now you can't see those lovely plants I had over there. The flowers and what have you. Oh no, never mind, you've still got a nice background of the hedge behind me. Now, what was I saying? Oh yes, Suko in New York I did hear you, Suko. Don't think you can say things without me not knowing, okay? Because I do know. Do you want to go back a bit? Just a second. Just a second. Oh, we'll get this right in a minute. There we are. Did you want me to bring one of my pots over here? 1 second. There we are. Give it a little bit of colour there. All right. I've got a plant pot next to me. I think. Can you see that or not? No, it's too far away, isn't it? 1 minute. 1 second. Oh, that's it. Beautiful. I think that's all right now. Perhaps. Yes, lovely. Got my nice plants there next to me. Very pretty. As I was saying, it's a good job I've not got hay fever, actually, isn't it? I'm now sitting next to a little pot of plants. We've got those mini daffodil things, which is quite nice. And do they smell? I don't know what they are. Like purple and white things. I'm not quite sure what they are, actually. Yes, and Suko was doing her show on there a couple of weeks ago, and apparently she doesn't want to advertise my name anymore for some strange, obscure reason. I'm now known as Flish Fleardon on that show because she doesn't want to give that other podcast, okay, quote, that other podcast any more publicity. So I don't know what her problem is. I really don't. I mean, she sent a lovely long email here, which we may or may not have time, Suko, to get to, dear. I can't just put you to the top of the pile, dear. Everyone is treated fairly and the same. And Flish Fleardon here, and besides, I mean, you've sent this. You haven't sent this to Flish Fleardon, unless of course you're talking about someone else, are you? I don't know. Oh, my lovely flowers. As I say, good job I haven't got hay fever, really, isn't it? Oh, they don't smell these. Beautiful. So that's that. Let me see what else I've got here. Oh, yes. Seems to be a strange smell in the kitchen. Can't work out what it is. Now, let me tell you. It usually appears if all the doors and windows in the kitchen have been locked for a few hours. For example, when I go to work and come back, I'm always really security conscious. I've always been like that. Always lock the doors and the windows and all that. Double locks, pull the gates across and what have you. Put the camera on. And there is an odd smell that keeps appearing in the kitchen of rotten eggs. Anyone got a clue what that is? It's not coming from... I know it's not coming from the fridge, because I opened the door and had a little sniff. And besides, the fridge is new and I haven't had eggs yet. It's not coming from the oven, although the oven could do with a clean, I must admit. I still haven't managed to get around to do that. I've got all the stuff at home. I went out and bought the oven cleaning stuff. Trouble is, I'm very nervous to use it because it's got all those warnings on the back, you know, it's corrosive, don't breathe in the fumes, this, that and the other, and honestly, it scares me to use the blooming stuff. So there's that. I don't think it's coming from any of the cupboards. I've had a little smell in the cupboards, and yet there is this smell, it's not always there, of rotten eggs. I even went around, I thought perhaps Katie had done a little accident somewhere. No, nothing, there's nothing. So has anyone got a clue what that could be, and how I'm not going to get rid of it, am I? I don't want to mask the smell. It's all very well put in bleach or something like that down the sink, but you need to get rid of the problem, not just the smell, don't you? Otherwise it'll just keep coming back, and I can't work out what it is. I had this a while back, and I can't remember how I got rid of it now. Or did I just wash the floor? I wonder if it's that. Maybe the floor needs washing. That might be worth a go. Anyone else got a clue what that could be? Smell of rotten eggs in the kitchen, let me know. Chris at unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Now, I was going to say, Suko, I have sinned because, unfortunately, on Friday, I forgot to tell you about this. On Friday, we've tried a new night at the Steam Coach, which is where I work in Hemel Hempstead, every other Friday. Okay, I've cut down the hours there. Every other Friday. And we did karaoke this week, and that worked very well. And we're going to try bingo there as well. So if anyone's around the Hemel Hempstead area, which is in Buckinghamshire, can you hear the plane going over? How fabulous. Oh, yes. Oh, it's one of those with two lots of wings, you know? Wings at the... I think it's... Hang on, let me see. Yeah, it's got two lots of wings. One at the top and one at the bottom. What are they called? Do you know what they're called? You know, like old warplanes, because quite near me is like a small airport, Blackbush Airport, and you can go there for flying lessons and everything. Oh, it's marvellous. I actually had a flying lesson there, must be coming on 3 years ago now, and it is the most exhilarating experience I've ever done. It's fantastic. It's not a cheap thing to do. Ideally, that would be a lovely present to get a young lad, sort of around about, 18, 19, 20, for his birthday or a Christmas present. Get them a flying experience lesson. It's fantastic. I flew this plane. Oh, the only thing is, in those little planes, the slightest bit of wind and it kind of pushes you over. But interestingly enough, it's a little bit like driving a car, really. You know when perhaps you're driving a car and you can feel the wind and it pushes you over, yeah? And you kind of steer into it, don't you? Immediately, instinctively, without even thinking about it, you kind of steer the wheel the other way to push it back. Well, it's a bit like that in the plane. You can be going along and suddenly this gust of wind will push you over and instinctively you push it back again. But what I couldn't cope very well with was when the plane drops in, I believe they're called air pockets, aren't they? Eh? Air pockets. When it suddenly drops down a little bit, your heart ends up in your throat, doesn't it? Has anyone else done flying lessons? Robert in Iceland, he's a pilot, trained pilot he is, yes. I think he needs to fly planes to transport his elves backwards and forwards all the time. I'm sure that's the reason that he learned to fly. Anyway, so we're going to try bingo at the Steam Coach in Boxmoor, Hemel Hempstead, on Tuesday the 14th of April. If you want to come down there, it'll only be £1 a ticket to play. The prizes, well, they're okay, they're reasonable prizes. We're talking large bottles of spirits, I think there's a few electrical items. We've got chocolates. We got loads of things like that. Okay, but reasonable prizes for the sake of £1, and you can come down and play. All right, bingo Tuesday. There's only a one-off. Tuesday the 14th of April at 9 o'clock at the Steam Coach in Hemel Hempstead. It'd be lovely to see you there. And if you've never met me before, and you come down, don't just sit there. Come and say, hello, I'm so-and-so. Because it's nice to meet people like that, All right? Hello, darling. What do you want, more strokes? Cat's come back out. She always comes over to me in the garden, don't you, darling? Eh? And, oh, that's the other thing, Susan, our cat lover. I've noticed Katie has started digging small holes in the garden. What's all that about? There are little holes. Not deep ones, but, you know, little holes in the garden. She's never done that before. I'm assuming it's her. They look about the same size as a paw. So why has she started digging holes in the garden now? They are funny, aren't you, darling? Eh? She's right in front of me there. Come here, darling. Lovely girl. There you are. Gorgeous cat. Now, why did I mention the steam coach? Oh, yes, we're doing the bingo there and the karaoke. And I have to tell you that, Suko, last night, after I finished my job and packed everything away, I went into the office, which is just out the back where my friend Justin is. Mr. Doom and Gloom Justin is. Oh, Christ. I mean, nothing ever goes right for him, according to him, you know. Everything... Oh, let me just... Oh, I've got itchy eye. Everything is a total disaster. It doesn't matter what you say to him, he will always take the negative side of everything. Do you know people like that? Isn't it awful? God, you've got to be a bit upbeat for life. Come on, life is not laughing at you, so you've got to laugh at life. Anyway, when I went out the back to say goodbye and what have you, I noticed, unfortunately, half a tin of biscuits. Now, I can't remember. I think they're called iced rings. They're like circular biscuits with a hole in the middle, and they are covered with icing. Oh, I'm sorry, dears. They are possibly my favourite biscuits. I have to admit, I did notice them because there's a flat upstairs in a pub which I have access to use the lavatory and things like that. I did notice these biscuits up there around Christmas time. Well, I just took one. I thought, well, let's see if it tastes all right, and it did. Oh, it was delicious. I hate to tell you this, Suko, but I ate the whole half of the... Well, not a half, about a third of a tin of biscuits. A third of a tin of iced rings I ate. That's dreadful, isn't it? But they were very nice. Oh, they were delicious. They really were. So I wanted to just tell you that, Suko. Oh, I haven't weighed myself, actually. We only want to weigh ourselves once a week, don't we? So I'm not going to weigh myself today. But the last time I weighed myself, it was 13.7. So I'm really not happy about that. My friend Ron, he rung up earlier, just before we came on today, and he's just informed me he's now back in a size 30 waist jeans. How does he do that? God. But he is a bit obsessed at the moment with the food. Now, I have to say, I completely understand that, because I was like that. For example, he said, what you had to eat today? I said, I had some toast, and he says, bread is evil. He is convinced bread is evil. And he's very, very picky about what he eats now. I mean, when he came round with his other half a couple of weeks ago, do you remember I cooked him dinner? I did him a chicken dinner and a blueberry crumble. And he's sitting there. Oh, I couldn't believe it. He's sitting there picking out the blueberries so that he didn't eat the crumble. God, I mean, you can take it too far, can't you? Although I do need to do something myself. Anyway, so I thought I'd tell you that, Suko. I did have a third of a tin. You know those Christmas tins of biscuits, which are probably, most of them are probably about to go out of date now. I know they last quite a long period of time, don't they? But they were they were delicious. Oh, iced ring biscuits. Have you ever had those? Who makes them? Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure now. I'm not sure who makes those. Right, let's do some emails then. Oh no, that was one more thing. This weight increase, I think I mentioned in the last show. Could it possibly be down to the rather large bowl of fruit I have in the morning for breakfast? I have usually a combination of I have a breakfast, like a combination therapy. It is. That's what it is. A combination therapy breakfast of grapes. Shut up, James. Grapes, bananas, strawberries. Grapes, bananas, strawberries, and blueberries. Something out of that lot. Oh, look, the cat. What do you want? She's rubbing herself up against my slipper now. She's rubbing her little chin on my slipper. Come here, darling. Go on, go and play with the mice. That's it. So I have that, and I have some bran flakes sprinkled on top, and some milk, semi-skimmed. It's quite a large bowl. Ron said to me, it could be the sugar in all that fruit. Now, I have to say, the rather rapid weight increase has happened, when I think about it, has happened since I started eating that. So could it be that? On the other hand, we all know that if you put on weight and eat foods such as biscuits, crisps, bread, pastry, pasties, that sort of thing, if you put on weight due to those things, that's very bad, isn't it? Because of the fats in it. However, if one was to put on the same amount of weight due to excessive fruit eating, is that less bad? It sounds a bit complicated, doesn't it? If you put on weight due to too much eating fruit, if that's the cause of it... Oh, I also have a glass of freshly squeezed orange every day now as well. Well, I'm very healthy, just a bit overweight. Usually 3 oranges, which I squeeze myself. We don't do it out of a carton, dear. It gets squeezed on one of those things that you twist in a glass. I have that every day now as well. So that's some more fruit there. Could it be the fruit that's causing the rapid, and I think it is this time, rapid weight increase? I don't think it's ever gone up as quick as it's been going up at the moment. Any advice, any dietitians or anyone know anything about that? Do let us know. Chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Don't forget, whenever you answer these questions that I ask, yeah, a lot of them kind of are to do with me or whatever, but there's likely to be other people listening or watching to the show that would benefit for any information about anything that you sent in, really. If you ever want to share anything with anyone, then that's what this show's about. Let us know. Chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Right, on to some emails then. First of all, look who it is. It's Matty in Tasmania, our friend Matty. Hello, Matty. Who says, he sends a picture of Dame Edna Everage, okay? One of my favourite television people, Dame Edna Everage. And Matty says, do you think Dame Edna Everage could rule the world if she becomes president? Yes, I do. I do think that, Matty, and I think she should be given the chance. There's certain people in this world who need to be given chances, and Dame Edna Everage definitely should be given the chance to rule the world. If you don't know Dame Edna Everage, type it into your Google, okay, Dame Edna Everage, and you'll find out all about her. And Matty says, that would mean Chris Reardon would be bossed about by this queen. And she could do all the things like a housewife does, then say to Christopher Reardon, dinner ready. He says, Dame Edna for president. Can't do any worse, at least it'd be fun. Yeah, I don't know. I quite like the idea of that. Thank you, Matty. Always nice to hear from you. I meant to say, Matty, I know you've got the Skype. Do you have a microphone and earphones as well on your Skype? Just as a matter of interest, let us know, okay? Chris at unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Hello to Lisa, who sent in a couple of emails here. On a previous show, just like this one, we sometimes record some of the shows outside. Is that playing the game? 1 minute. Where is it? Isn't it great, all these noises, eh? Oh no, that's a helicopter, that one. Oh, it's a helicopter. They all fly overhead here. They don't just fly randomly over here. They actually fly over here, large organisations, to just keep an eye on how I am, and more importantly, how Katie is. Isn't it marvellous? All these organisations, they all watch this show, you know. The police, the Customs and Revenue, McDonald's. All these organisations, the Prime Minister's office, they all watch this show for little ideas and tidbits. Oh yes. Even the Pope watches this show. Occasionally he rings me up on Sunday. He rings me up very early Sunday morning, and I have had to have a word with him about that, because the Pope does get up quite early, you know. Oh, hello, Chris, he says, in that German accent. I can't do a German accent, can I? Let me see. You've and Chris, what hymn we sing today? No, it's not very good, is it? And I'm not very good at a German accent. I can do Frenchy. Bonjour. And how are you, my friend? No, not very good at accents. But, yes, the Pope occasionally rings me up on a Sunday morning. Very early. And I'm usually... oh, hello, it's Benny here. Oh, hello, Benny. What do you want? He says, oh, I'm a bit stuck. I can't choose what hymns to sing today. So I have to get... I have a hymn book next to me on the bedside table, and I have to have a quick flick through there and advise the Pope what hymns to have in his service in Rome. See, always happy to help. Well, at the Vatican, they have a plane that comes over sometimes just to see that I'm okay. Isn't that nice? I think that's a lovely thing. Anyway, Lisa writes, great show. Love the setting in the great outdoors. Lovely little pansies. I don't think they're pansies next to me. I can't remember what they're called, though, because pansies have got a larger flower and they stick up. These are, like, quite low down. I've got purple and white and the little and miniature daffodils sticking up from my pot next to me. There's a bloke just down the road here. I live in, and this show indeed comes from Bracknell in Royal Berkshire. And there's a bloke down the road from me that every year he wins these awards for hanging baskets. And literally, the entire side of his house and the front part of his house is covered in hanging baskets with busy Lizzies. And I keep saying one year, I shall spend a vast amount of money so that my house is bigger than his. Or not, my house is better covered in flowers than his, so that he doesn't win the award. I mean, I'm not bothered about winning awards and things like that. I mean, someone once said I should send in this show for the Sony Radio Award. I don't think so, dear. They'd laugh the blooming heads off if they saw this, wouldn't they? They'd say, what's this joker about? Oh, no. You can't win... You wouldn't win a Sony Radio Award with a show like this because it's not perfect. It's not polished. It's just me sitting here rabbiting on about nothing. Now, Lisa says, YouTube have finally... Because Lisa watches the show on YouTube. Do you remember she's the girl that we helped because her picture kept stopping and starting, but we've sorted that out now for her. YouTube has finally sent my confirmation email. Now I can begin to get things going here. Just added you as a friend and subscribed as well. You don't care anymore, do you, Lisa? You've just thrown care to the wind, dear. Lisa, if I remember rightly, you used to listen on Live 365, didn't you? Yes. She says, hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Tell us all about the highlights. Well, I have done. My highlight last weekend was eating a third of a tin of iced ring biscuits. It's very sad, isn't it? The highlight a few years ago would have been getting off with 2 or 3 people. Now, it's eating a third of a tin of biscuits. She says, someone dared to beat me to my YouTube name, Sweetie for You. So I had to choose another. Here I am, Sweetie for You too. Sweetie for You too. I like it. I like it. Good things I enjoy. U2, the band. Oh yes, U2, I can either take them or leave them. Very talented, of course, very popular. What's the one I like by them? With or Without You. I quite like that one, With or Without You. Excellent band, really, but not my cup of tea. She says, do you like their music as well? No. When it comes to the rock stuff, I like Bon Jovi. I like them. Oh, living on a prayer. I do that at karaoke, yeah. Me and my friend Liam, who works behind the bar at Belushi's. Now, I do the karaoke at Belushi's every Monday night between 9 o'clock and midnight. That's Belushi's in Hammersmith. Very popular with backpackers because they've got like a cheap hotel type thing upstairs. Do you know what? That sun's moving around again. Doesn't it move quickly? I'm surprised at that. And so we get a lot of backpackers in now, and it's always a good night. Yeah, living on a prayer I do at the karaoke. What else do I do? Dusty Springfield, I Only Want to Be With You. ABBA, Money, Money, Money. I do coupled by Frank Sinatra, Strangers in the Night, and Let Me Try Again. Do you know that one? Let me try again. Let me try again. Please forgive me or I'll die. Please let me try again. Lovely song, lovely song. Lisa says she prefers their earlier songs. One is my favourite U2 song. Well, enough of my rambling. She says, bye for now, but she sent in another email since and says, also, I figured out what I was doing wrong with giving you stars for the YouTube and have begun voting for your shows. All right, so thanks very much. I wasn't too aware of those stars and things like that. If we've got any youngsters watching the show who also do their own podcast or their own video show, when you get stars and votes and things like that, don't be disappointed if you get a load of bad ones. Sometimes jealous people purposely give you a thumbs down or 1 star, and I know some people, especially if you're young and you haven't been doing it for a while, are bothered by this. Don't be. If it bothers you that much, don't even look at the ratings side of things. Just, if you love doing something, get on with it, okay? Don't worry too much about what other people think. And I mean that. Our friend Fizzasap, Fizzasap. Fizzasap, he's a YouTube person, okay? youtube.com/Fizzasap. He got a few negative comments, shall we say, and I told him just ignore them, take them off. You don't even have to let other people see them. You can just remove them, and that's it. Let's see. Hope you received my vacation picture files. I certainly did. What beautiful scenery you have. But there were no pictures of you there. It was all scenery, although it was very nice, Lisa. She says, hope you viewed them without any problems. Yes, I certainly did. Lovely pictures of... I like pictures of scenery. Do you? What scenery do you prefer? Not too keen on mountains. I do feel mountains, once you've seen one, you've seen them all, haven't you? Do you know what I mean? But pictures of the sea is beautiful, and forests. They're my favourite. Pictures of forests and things growing. I love all that. Flowers, yeah. I don't like... perfect flowers like the Chelsea Flower Show. That's not my cup of tea at all. You know, with perfectly manicured lawns and things like that. I like things like heaths, where you've got all the plants and that growing wild and naturally, not perfectly set out. I have a corner of my garden over there that it's actually, it looks like it's been set out now for some reason. Hang on a minute. Let's just describe this over here. I'm going to get up. And there's an area of my garden next to the tree, okay? And that, it looks like it's set up. It's got the what do you call it? I've got little pot of flowers in front of it, which were put there just to do the show today. But then I've got these everlasting geraniums, which will grow up and all pink flowers will come out of them. And then behind that is some larger things. Now, I didn't really, to be honest, set it up like that. It's just kind of grown like that for some strange, obscure reason. Right, that sun's right in my eyes now, and we only got 10 minutes, haven't we? We'll carry on. Keep on to the end of the world. She says, hope your redecorating goes well. Well, it hasn't been started yet. That starts second week in April, and I'm very nervous about that, actually, because of the moving stuff around, and I still have yet to order a carpet as well for that room. And I will spend, I'll buy a quality carpet, because I think with all the stuff, all the wiring, I mean, there's nothing really that expensive in the room, I suppose. I don't have antiques or jewellery or anything like that, but it's just all the wiring and all the bits and pieces that go together to make this show, for example. It's all got to come out and go back in again. And honestly, I think once it's been done, I don't think that room will get done again, ever. I honestly don't. I don't want to go through this again. And we haven't gone through it yet. And I just know it's going to be a bit of a nightmare. I've also got a new large piece of equipment to install. You might have seen on the last show, that new mixer thing. She said, I loved last Tuesday's show, 2 Tuesdays ago, when you were wearing the jacket. What, you mean the burgundy-coloured jacket? It's quite nice, that is. That's actually the school blazer for our school disco nights that we do at Belushi's, now on the last Saturday of every month. We've got another one. Oh, is it this week, I think it is? Is it this week, the last one of the month? I can't remember now. Is it? I'm looking forward to doing that school disco at Belushi's. She says she liked my new watch. I think my first digital ladies' watch was a Casio. Yeah, I think most people, I'm sure, started off with Casio watches. It was the best, longest lasting one I've had yet. Those things don't go wrong anymore, do they? I mean, they really don't. Things like watches and that sort of stuff. Right, Lisa, let me see here. I've got a couple of more emails from you here, which I'm going to save to the next show, okay, so we can get some other people going in here, all right? Hello to Motorised Millie, our friend Millie. All right, Millie in Minnesota, who's become a very good friend of mine now, over the internet and on the Skype. She says, I was in floods of tears when you read the last email on one of your shows. Like the listener in New Jersey, yeah, we were talking about if you'd had visits from people who had passed on, died. After they've died, have you had any experiences or visits of people who have gone? And Millie says, like the listener in New Jersey, I too had visits from loved ones who have passed on. Most notably from my maternal nan, who I was named after. What was she called, Millie as well? Oh, that's nice, isn't it? That's nice to be named after someone. Anyway, I'll share my story with you in another email. Usually, when Nan visits me, and remember Nan has already passed on, okay, I will first get a chill around my shoulders, which is significant because she often visits when it's warm in my flat and the windows aren't open. I will then get a feeling as if I'm being hugged from behind. That's nice. That's nice, isn't it, when someone comes behind you and gives you a hug? I haven't had that for years, unfortunately. If you don't know what that is, it's when someone comes round behind you, puts their arms around your waist and gives you a bit of a squeeze. Are you like a tube of toothpaste, Millie? That's what you are, darling. A tube of toothpaste. It's her way of showing me she's still looking after me and still loves me. On another note, she says, when the time comes, so that's a lovely story, that is. You know, if you've got any other stories, perhaps anyone listening or watching the show of interesting things that have happened to you since someone you loved passed on, do let us know. Email in chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. On another note, that's a little private bit. Sending you and Katie lots of loves and cuddles, and some for Joy and the rest of the family as well. So thank you for that, Millie. Susan, our cat lover, says, Chris, did you know they have live webcams in Trafalgar Square? No, I didn't. And she says also on the Thames by the London Eye and a lot of the streets and restaurants, hotels and stores. No, I didn't know that, actually. I used to have webcams in all my rooms until I realised how much it was costing to leave all those computers on all the time, Susan. Yeah, I didn't know there was webcams in these places. I spend a lot of time at my work watching the people go about their business. It keeps me entertained. So next time you plan on going, tell me the time you will be there and wave. Stand on the steps in Trafalgar Square and I will be able to see you. That's a bit weird, isn't it? They also have live webcams on a lot of the beaches in California, Texas and Florida. You would be amazed at what you can see on those beaches. People don't realise they're on camera. Well, I don't know if I like that, Susan. Webcams on the beaches? What do you see going on there? I'm dying to know, dear. Dying to know. Cameras everywhere, I don't know. Hello to Wayne Anonymous. Wayne is concerned, boys and girls. Christopher, old chap. Poor Ross Patzelt. Now, Ross Patzelt is someone who does podcasts as well. Okay, rosspatzout.co.uk is his website, rosspatzout.co.uk. Poor Ross Patzelt may have reached that stage in his life where he should not be left at home alone. I know, I think that as well, actually. It's all very worrying. While attempting to record his Monday the 9th podcast, Ross was distracted by his finger painting activities and flew his computer recording equipment into the side of a hill. Donna Carter, donnacarter.com, Ross's long-suffering girlfriend, has been forced to allocate extra monies for a cleaning crew to remove the crayon and pencil drawings from the walls of their home. All very worrying. It may be time to for Donna to suggest that Ross attend the Norwich Adult Day Care Programme. On those days he may be left home alone. What is your opinion? Bye for now, Anonymous. Well, I've always thought that Ross really possibly does need some help of a professional nature. I mean that in a caring and a nice way, as Dame Edna Everidge would say. I mean that in a caring way, boys and girls. I mean that in a caring and nice way. But I do think Ross P needs, a bit of help there. Although not as much help as Robert in Iceland. It's all very worrying. Hi to Carl in Yorkshire, who mentions the Birdsong radio station that we have in some areas of the UK at the moment. And he says, at Harrogate Hospital Radio at the moment, in the middle of the request show, but I thought I'd mention this. The Birdsong radio station that you mentioned quite a while ago now, he says, well, it's staying for now. It's reportedly attracted hundreds of thousands of listeners, including myself, incidentally, because I actually have that playing. I have the birds singing when I go off to sleep at night. I switch on the radio, I set the sleep timer on to go off after about, 20 minutes, half an hour or so. And I actually fall asleep now to the birds singing, and it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. He says, of course, it was only meant to be a temporary filler until something else was found to broadcast. But with the recession on, there's been no takers so far, so the station stays. He also tells me, and I didn't realise this, because they only use a 20-minute loop, for a bit of variety, you should offer them your sound of Royal Berkshire that you recorded a while ago. You might even get paid for it. He said, I knew that would get your attention. From Carl in Yorkshire. Well, Carl, yes. Anyone else that sort of joined the station quite recently, or the show quite recently, won't know this, but last year, I think it was around June, I set my recording equipment up outside in the garden and left it running for, I think, about 6 or 7 hours. And that would be between sort of 3 o'clock in the morning and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and about 11 o'clock. So between 3 in the morning and 11 o'clock, I just let it record all the sounds outside. And it's quite beautiful, actually. And I did have it uploaded to my website, but it got lost when we had a problem with the website a couple of months ago now. Now, James Dean is still sorting that out, okay? But hopefully that'll be finished soon. And if you like, I'll re-upload the Sounds of Berkshire recording, and I might even do another one this year. I don't know, it might sound a bit different. If I put the microphone in a different place, we might get different sounds. I don't know, but basically it's just birds singing and planes going overhead. It's very relaxing, very relaxing. So I'll try and upload that again, and I'll let you know when it's there. Okay. We were talking about the new Google. What's it called? The Google Street Map thing a while ago. And Robert in Iceland writes, notice from His Majesty, the King of the Elves, I have found your house on Google Earth. Do you know that you have elves living at the bottom of your garden? I didn't know that, no. He says, oh yes, it's true, we are not alone. Well, I am until I can find my medication. Thank you, Robert. Someone else has written in about something else that I do that you may not know about. I do record a DJ mix CD every week, and I upload that. Now, if you want to download that, the music is It's fairly poppy. It's not too heavy, but it's made as a DJ mix, so it's one long piece of music that usually lasts between an hour and a quarter, an hour and 20 minutes, all right? Now, if you want to have a little listen to that or download it, totally free of charge, and I'm all licensed to do that. I've got the PRS for music license. Then have a go at that. You'll find a new mix every week at chrisreardonshow.co.uk. chrisreardonshow.co.uk. If you're wondering what all those noises are, there's a couple of alarms going off in the house at the moment, timer alarms. Sorry about that. Okay, once again, to download my DJ mixes, download those from chrisreardonshow.co.uk. You won't find any talking on there at all, just about an hour and 20 minutes worth of music. I think you might like it. Quite a nice thing to put on in the car, or if you're going down a gym or something like this. And I had a very nice email from a guy called Travis, who's in Vancouver in Canada, who says, I just got out of my car where I was listening to your most recent music podcast. He says, it's amazing. One of my friends set my iTunes to download your podcast, and all that I've listened to has been awesome, but this one truly stands apart. Now, that would be the one dated the 16th of March. Once again, if you go to chrisreardonshow.co.uk, all right, chrisreardonshow.co.uk, he's talking about the one dated the 16th of March. Thanks for your great music, man. I got out of my car today thinking I just had to let you know how much your music is being enjoyed, and that's from Travis in Vancouver, Canada. So thanks very much, and that's a very nice thing to write there. As always, gang, more emails and bits and pieces coming up for you on the next show. My name's Chris Reardon. This has been United Kingdom Talk. Do send us an email, okay? chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. The sun's right overhead now. It's right in my eyes. Lovely. See you on the next show. Bye-bye.